Alright, what's up guys? This is War 19. This is the last war that we just finished yesterday against BKS. I scooted ahead of all the backlogged wars because this is by far the coolest war of the season. No music in this war video, and I'm going to try to cut down on all the chit chat that I usually have in my videos because there are several things that I actually want to analyze while I walk you guys through this war. So it's a very full war. I got 9 fights in this war, which is very rare. But this first defender is Thor Jane Foster on Unblockable 2. And, you know, she's got a big health pool. She gets to her L2, but it's very easy to evade. Just give her some space. And I'm going to finish her here. All right. And then I'm going to be moving up to node 21, which is a mutant champion on enhanced abilities. You'll see here I take in Magik just because I'm a little anxious about Domino. Obviously, I'm comfortable fighting her, but I haven't fought her in war yet, and I'm just not sure how her abilities are going to interact with the war node. So I took in Magik here because if it were Domino, Magik would be a much better matchup. It is not Domino, however, it's Magneto. No big deal, very easy defender, and I'm able to wipe him out there without taking any hits, which is good. All right, and then we're going to move up to node 27, which is True Strike and Stun Immune. As you guys know, it is a 345 science. I'm thinking it's Spider-Man, but it's not. It's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now check this out. This guy's got suicides on, okay? And then I'm just going to start racking up these bleeds. I don't want to mess around with his 5 evade charges because he can hit hard, and especially on True Strike and Stun Immune. He can do some damage. So if you guys take a look, every time I block him and bait out a heavy, I'm just going to hit him once or twice. Now, I do throw my L2 trying to intercept him there. You guys saw my unfazed in action. I didn't connect on any of those, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep parry bleeding him, and look at that. Check this out, guys. Now, he did have suicides on. I don't think he threw a special, but that is a 5-hit victory on node 27, which is pretty awesome. You can only do that with Blade and maybe Quake. So, very cool. Now, here we have a Void. Now, here is Void's Fear of the Void timer, or one of his timers. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm up to a 5-hit combo. Now, I need to be aware of the fact that once that timer ends, I need to be under 10 hits, because it will throw a degeneration effect or debuff on me. And you see there it is. I'm at 5 hits, so I need to get up to 10 hits. Or normally I would need to get up to 10 hits to cancel that degen out. But I am Blade and I have Danger Sense, so he just kind of canceled it out for me. I didn't even have to suffer much degen damage. So that is a 13-hit fight. Another very fast fight, and another fight you can only be that efficient in with Blade. Now here is node 46. Who could this be? It's a 455 tech champion. Look, I knew going in that this is probably an Infinity Man Iron War. Now I'm not going to take Magik in because take a look at this. Each armor effect reduces power steal, power drain effects by 18%. So I'm not going to be using Magik. I'm going to be using Blade. Now, you might be thinking, this dude doesn't bleed, and that is not true. He doesn't bleed if he has 1 armor buff up. If he does not have any armor buffs up, then he does bleed. Now, I dueled this guy about 10 times with Blade, trying to just get the very best strategy for this node. It is the double power gain node, and it also has the Optimist node, which makes it makes him tougher at the end. Now, I have this entire fight at 50% because I want to talk through it. Now, there goes a first armor up. He starts the fight with armor up. Now, I'm going to throw my heavy here because I want to save my special, or I want to keep his armor buffs at a minimum. If I went in with a full combo there, which I could have done, that probably would have built his armor ups. Now, once he has an armor up that falls off, I can bleed him. So I'm going to interrupt his heavy here with my L1. He is not crit resistant anymore, and he is not bleed immune anymore because he has 0 armor up. So I get 2 bleeds on him with an L1. And here you guys see that I block that first L1 component just to be safe. You also see without an armor up, I can still parry bleed him even though I cannot stun him. And there you go. There's another crit. There's 2 more crits from that heavy. And again, the reason I'm throwing those heavies is because it's less likely that he will build an armor up buff if I throw the heavy. If I threw a combo, he would most likely rack up those armor ups. And if he gets to 4 armor ups, he auto blocks everything. Now check this out. I get to an L2, and this is where the fun starts. He has 0 armor ups. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to bait out his heavy attack. When he throws that heavy attack, I'm going to interrupt his heavy with my L2 and watch this damage, guys. This is freaking amazing. I was pumping full of adrenaline so hard. I throw this L2, watch his health meter, guys. All those bleeds, all those crits, and just like that, this dude goes way down to 2%. Now, the reason my bleed stopped was because he did proc those armor ups. He is now at 2% health. Anything under 15% health, you cannot hit into him with anything but a heavy. So I have to only hit him with a heavy. So I'm going to be patient here. I'm going to bait out his heavy attack, and then I'm going to interrupt his heavy attack with my own. Here I go. And that finishes him off. So that is going to be a 21 hit, I believe, a 21 hit victory on a 455 Iron Man Infinity War on node 46. That is how to do it with Blade. I was so effing pumped after that fight, and I was so nervous going into that fight. That was the first time that I had fought an Infinity War Iron Man in war, and for Loki has been very good. Since our first encounter with Infinity War Iron Man several wars ago, we have been very good about trying to learn and exchange information with each other in our war chat about how to most effectively counter him. And with a lot of help from other people and with several duels, I was able to get him down. And I am just super happy that it worked out in the war fight the way that it did in the duel. So here I've got a Nightcrawler. Now I take in Magik here, and here's how to switch him. So I back up. When he backs up, I back up. He gets that little timer there, and you guys saw that I threw that little light attack from across the room, and then he stays planted. He finishes out his block, and once that timer is up, he switches over to swashbuckling mode, which you guys know from, I think, the last war video that I posted, that once he's in that mode, he cannot evade. His attack just increases, but he is completely neutered at that point and able to wipe him out without losing much health at all. Now here we have a 455 Stark Spider-Man on the power gain and unblockable L2 node. If you guys remember from an off-season or maybe Season 1 war, I died to a 455 Stark here, and I used Magik. That was a bad matchup. So here, I am being very cautious, very patient. I have Blade, and I'm just going to parry bleed him as much as I possibly can. And then, of course, I need to be aware of the fact that if his AI is activated in his suit, then I need to throw a heavy to deactivate that. And if you are using a Cosmic Champion, it's just any connected hit will deactivate that for a timer. So I have an L3, guys, but I'm going to hang on to this L3, and here's the reason. If I get hit with an L1, or if I get hit with an L2, this will help me shrug off the debuffs a lot faster. So if I get hit with an L1 and I get stunned, I'm going to shrug it off 95% faster. If I get hit with an L2 and I get shocked, I'm going to shrug those shocks off 95% faster. So that is the reason. I'm just going to keep this for the killing blow. I'm just going to keep playing him patiently, or I guess if I got cornered and I was very worried about that, then I would probably go ahead and throw it. But I'm going to finish it out with a mini combo here, and then I'm going to throw my L3, and this is going to finish him off. So another very clean fight, and the key, Unfortunately, this war and all these different fights that I am showing you really kind of only apply to Blade. So if you don't have Blade, I hope it's not frustrating to see that that my advice is not really going to be applicable to your fights, because Blade is very unique in that sense, especially with his parry bleed. So here, guys, we have a 455 Dormammu Big Boss, and I want to go into this fight after my last Dormammu fight that I posted, and then so far in this war I've not taken a single hit, so I'm trying to go into this fight and solo this guy without taking a hit. Of course, that is not the priority. The priority is just to get him down in one shot, and you see here I'm trying to bait out his L1, and he is being very stingy, and I am taking a ton of block damage. There he goes with his L1, but Mystic Dispersion, man, comes in clutch for him, and causes me to not finish my combo there. I finally get to an L2. I hit him with the L2, but I'm still on my side of the map here, and I can't intercept him until I get him cornered. So I'm going to throw another L2. You guys saw how much degen damage that I took too. So block and degen damage has me down already 60% of my health. And at this point, I'm going to try to intercept him. There I go. And I'm just trying to push him into his own corner so that I can start the 4-hit backdraft technique that you guys are so aware of at this point. So here I go. I've got him with 4 hits, back up, another 4, back up. He holds his block, so I'm going to go back one more time. Now I blocked that, but I could have gotten intercepted there. So I was on my toes, very focused in this war and in this fight. So it's just about being patient if he's not cooperating. So I'm going to hit him again, hit twice into his block with light attacks, go in with another 4-hit mini combo, pop out, do a full 5-hit combo into the L2, and then I'm going to do 4 hits into his block, 4 hits here, backdraft, 4 hits, 5 hits, a full combo, and then into the L2, and then I'm going to finish him off with an L2. So 105 hits, 0 taken. In this war, guys, I did not take a single hit, which is freaking awesome. I can't wait to show you that graphic at the end. But I have a very special treat for you. So my boy dreamin, one of the best Morningstar players in the game, in my opinion, that I have seen. He has a 455 Medusa boss on node 18, which is True Strike, or I think it's Bane and Stun Immune. So here he goes. He got the 1 bar of power from his synergy, and then you see there when she procced her first Fury, he copied it. Now look at this. Every hit, crit, crit, crit. He misses on that one, and then he gets a 4th crit here, and now he's up to an L2. She has 3 Furies. He's going to throw his L2, and he is going to just going to just absolutely murder her. So here is a replay in full speed. Just watch this. I'm going to be quiet here. That is a 15-second fight on a 455 Medusa. That is freaking nuts. We were all so pumped about this war. We did beat these guys, and I was MVP, which is cool. Doesn't really mean much. Nobody cares about that shit. But it was a very clean war for me. I used 2 health potions, and then I did use quite a bit of items. So Huge Pants, formerly of MMX. With BKS now, but there are all my fights, guys. 290 hits, 0 taken. Man, I was so freaking jacked about this war. So that is it. If you like the video, please like it. Please share comments. Guys, I don't ask this often, but share this video around in your line chats. Help people who are facing an Infinity War Iron Man on node 46. So that is it. Thanks for watching, guys.